Welcome to the Broken Pencil Booking Company Pro Wrestling Podcast, infused with hip hop. I am Wood.
Made daily with organic, farm to table, localized, neuralized, sterilized, Scotch guarded for 2020 repellent, available online, not available on Sundays, Broken Pencil Logic. You stay classy, internet. I'm Suave Burgundy.
Bad man ting! Break a shot, boy! Yeah, man. Yeah. It's about that time. Not only is it WrestleMania weekend, this is the start of season 9, year 9. Not just season 9, but year 9 for the Broken Pencil Booking Company Pro Wrestling Podcast, infused with hip hop.
Talk your talk.
I'm still Wood. This is still Suave Burgundy, and you still stay classy and all that good stuff.
Indeed.
Today's date, Friday, April the 17th, year of our Lord.
Year of our Lord.
I said year of our Lord.
Year of our Lord.
20 and 20. 6.
Mafia.
Yeah, all out there. My man, this is our favorite time of year. We get a nice reset. This just
chim chimity chim chim chiroo.
For one night only.
One night only.
We're gonna take it back to the beginning here, but I'll tell you what I mean in a minute. But time to play a game.
Hey. You know who ain't gonna win. You know who ain't gonna win. You know who ain't gonna win. You say that this again. I know who ain't gonna win. You know who ain't gonna win. You know who ain't gonna win. We say that this again. 1, 2, 3. Get your tail out. 1, 2, 3. Get the fuck on. 1, 2, 3. Get your tail out. 1, 2, 3. Get the fuck on.
Yeah, man. When I say when I say want to take it back to the beginning, ain't no sponsors, big. Not today, not for this one.
Man.
I will say this though, simply because I'm rocking the OG season 1 tee.
Facts.
So tinyurl.com/BPBC merch. Buy 4 tees, the 5th one's on me. 20% off your entire purchase. Put in the code Bpbc BBG and get your 20% off.
That's money. You did that. You nailed that,
man. And that's all. Like no prep. Like this. When you,
you can't write this. You can't write this. You know, it's not just a catchy phrase.
Man, mark my words. All right, so
and the price just went up.
Man, all right, so. We got some action for WrestleMania. I wish I would have pulled up a WrestleMania graphic, but I didn't. That's the one thing I didn't do was get a WrestleMania graphic.
And I don't have one.
Not a big deal. WrestleMania Vegas Part 2. It's just, I guess they over with the number game, but I guess last year wasn't going to be as good as this year is what they thinking. So WrestleMania Vegas, they should call this the do-over, but they didn't. WrestleMania Vegas is what it is.
Not the do-over, the double.
We got Saturday and Sunday, but it should be WrestleMania. Oops, we did it again, is what it should be. Because we're supposed to be in New Orleans, remember? So, shouts out to my people in New Orleans this weekend for PCA, man. Yo, bring me back some good cigars.
Man.
Yeah, I need some good sticks back from New Orleans, man. When I see y'all in Charleston on the 30th, I need y'all to hit my hand because I will be rocking Gangrene. It is also Derby weekend, so I'll be doing something real stupid. I'm gonna be outside and up in it simultaneously, but I need y'all to bring me something real stupid from New Orleans because I'm gonna be there next year.
I need to be there, so I need to slide by Melba's and slide by Acme, and so forth and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I need to do some sneaker shopping.
Because shout out to Chef Ron's Gumbo Kitchen in Metairie.
Facts. Then there's a side list of places I haven't been that I need to try. So
I think we did this conversation. I think this is one of the earlier episodes of our pre-roll. I think we've had this conversation because remember I went to Vegas back in 2017. I think right after we started the show, Vegas, New Orleans in 2017. Right after we started the show, I kind of gave you a recap of some things that we did. But if we didn't have that conversation, or we did and you don't remember it, we would definitely
did.
Because
you gave me a mini list to operate with, and I used it the next time I was in New Orleans.
Yeah, there you go. All right, there you go.
Yeah. We're expanding the list past that.
Yeah, that's what you call
a whole lot of fucking gang shit.
Gang bang gang gang. Gang gang. Lady.
Play the shooter.
All right. Let's so we got 2 nights of WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. Let's kick it off for Saturday. Yo, you was Saturday. What my Sunday?
Don't do it.
Kicking it off on
look at that match graphic. Look who's been in the lab, son.
Oh, the ESPN Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern time on the ESPN.
It's gonna be on ESPN proper, huh?
No, I think this match is going to be on ESPN 2.
Oh no! So I heard a conflicting report. I was told, or at least that's what I've heard on WWE programming and what I read a couple places. The what's essentially the free hour for both nights is going to be on ESPN proper.
Okay, so they must have adjusted it because at one point, one night was on ESPN 2 and the Brock Lesnar match was going to be on ESPN 1, which I was getting to that. So, hell, it's on the ESPN family of networks. Hell, you're probably bootlegging it anyway. Find it. Now, that out the way.
First hour is free, basically.
First hour. Yeah, the nothing hour, the nothing burger from WWE and ESPN.
You can't. Go ahead and introduce this match, and then I'm gonna tell you why you can't do that. You can't serve that burger you talking about. Go ahead.
All right, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, along with LA Knight, taking on social media power. That's Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and I Show Speed. Swabo ain't gonna win.
The social media vision will not win.
Here's what's crazy, Suave. If anybody has been on their phone to any degree, they've seen Jey Uso having the week of weeks this week on his media run.
You see my lower third. I graduated Jey Uso's Crash Out Academy.
My lower third is a direct reflection of what I'm about to talk about. There's one more social media star who should not be just labeled a social media star because he is the embodiment of what this podcast represents. Pro wrestling and hip hop. Cameron Giles, aka Cameron, has interjected himself into pro wrestling beef with Jey Uso, and it was all about disrespect. Oh man!
I mean, look, it was fun. It was a fun piece of business. I'll keep it there. I won't even go into anything else. But my Sahab, my co-host, sent me this. Like, hey, you saw Jay Duff Cameron? I'm like, excuse me?
But it was just that clip, and then you have to go back and watch.
Right. So
the slap that led to the gunshot, and the gunshot wasn't even a slap.
I watched the whole segment, and I'm like, okay, the energy's off from the beginning, so that was cool.
Yeah, yeah. That was some real, like, I don't like your music energy.
I ain't gonna lie to you. We've seen enough rap business take place. What this felt like from the beginning is like either they have a mutual acquaintance that has a conflicting story about them, or they have they've run into each other before this on
possibly over one of the fairer sex.
Yeah, very much had that energy attached to it, like that. So the questions go the way they go. I watched the whole segment and I'm like, okay, nothing's really giving me the vibe other than like they're acting this very well. And then the thing, like, they asked him, was he better than The Rock? And Jay had a moment, was like, you mean in ring? Or, which that was hilarious too. Like,
I don't smell what the Oops is cooking. Like you a Saturday. I need a Sunday up in here.
Right. So Cam,
that was it for me. That even my 12-year-old was looking at the screen like it's like her eyes bugged. Like you minimizing not just your place in the card, but the entire night of the card that you're on.
Yeah.
For the sake of saying I don't like you, fam.
But there are wrestling fans or IWC that will do that. Yep. Like you'll move the goalpost. Oh, he was a main eventer, but he didn't main event on Sunday. Like
he went on Sunday.
Yeah,
people shut it down.
People will absolutely move the goalpost, and it makes zero sense.
But here's a good one though, Suave.
Juice.
If you're not Paul Heyman said this a few times, if you're not going on last, what should you do?
Go on first. That's just him being incredibly clever. No one else believes that. You have to be a big enough star for it to matter that you're going on first.
Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins was a one match.
That is the exception. That's not.
I remember the Usos at WrestleMania 25 was an opening match.
Would that have actually qualified as a main event though?
Absolutely not then, because the main event was Cena versus Miz, Taker versus HBK, and Randy versus Triple H. Those were your main events.
I think you mixing a WrestleMania or two. Because 25 is that 25 was not Miz and Cena.
Who did Cena go up against at 25?
Wait, you might be right.
I was there.
That don't mean shit. As high as you say you were sitting in is
low. Get off my lawn, boy.
Don't play me. Don't play me, son.
Oh boy, this son of a.
Yeah, it's
I'm sorry. A Big Show and Edge. Big Show and Edge.
Say, man, pay the shooter.
Yeah. My bad. But still,
I would try not to flex my credentials, but hey, who ran through every WrestleMania main event that existed?
You did that. You did, but you didn't name that match in all fairness. And also it was like the last match on the card was Triple H versus Cena. Triple H versus Randy.
Yeah, which had no business going after Michaels and
HBK and Taker,
had no business whatsoever. But that's the type of thing I'm talking about. Like,
especially when you started with finishers.
You had to start hot. You just had you had a classic. You had a nominee, and matter of fact, wasn't it the winner of our tournament, best WrestleMania match ever? And would probably win that same tournament if we had it again.
You're not wrong.
You got to start with the meter full on finishers. You got to go video game mode just to keep them from booing you.
Regardless, though, of this last situation.
Yeah.
Heyman first ballot hell, they can name the Hall of Fame after Paul Heyman when he's all said and done.
He does need his own award, but they don't do managers like that anymore. So it's like,
But even just as I hate to say this, as a hand, he's
a 5-tool wrestling player, I guess at that point. He can do everything but wrestle.
Yeah, and he does take a bump here or there. So there's that.
What he does before he walks out is not really none of bump.
I said do. I didn't say do a bump. I said take one. Well, I guess it would be the same. You know what? Never mind. All right. Regardless, last year at WrestleMania, Jay was involved in the first match, which is cool. Right. So if this is his legacy to be a world champion, even the year before when he won the world championship, he was in the first match. So if this is your legacy to be the first match of WrestleMania, you still have a Hall of Fame career. And you have the cosign of someone like a Paul Heyman that can say, you know what, there's a reason why you're in this, and it's not negative. Y'all should aspire to be here. Not to say you shouldn't aspire to be last on the last night, But to kick it off, to set it off, man, he can. I think he's setting a different type of standard. And maybe I'm looking too deep into this, but look at the history of Jimmy or of Jey Uso in the opening match of WrestleMania.
100%. The opening match for any show is a tone setter. So let's not undersell the importance of that spot. The opening match sets the tone for the entire show. This year, maybe no more important ever than this year, simply because you are in bed with ESPN and ESPN is desperately looking for a return on investment, which means if you're giving away the first hour of WrestleMania free on ESPN, you are trying to lure in the casual fan and additional people who are not already spending money for ESPN Plus or WWE related content. So this match going on first makes all the sense in the world, which also tells me why we got all of this air quotes extra activity going on social media right before this happens. Makes all the sense in the world. Let's stop moving the goalpost on Saturday versus Sunday, main event versus opener. And for other matches on these two cards, we'll explain why.
Well, let's run them through. So who ain't gonna win the 6? Oh, we already saw it. The
social media vision shouldn't win, but if WWE has their way, I could very much see them putting that contingent over just because it gives you a plot point. Because LA Knight is the odd man out on his team.
Absolutely is. And the tag team titles are not on the line, which means that there's no merit in them being. They don't even matter in this match. There's no reason for Jimmy and Jay and LA Knight to not win as a tone setter, as you said it.
Right. The Usos entrance by itself is going to be like it should be.
Argue with your mama.
It absolutely should be entrance of the weekend.
It will definitely be a WrestleMania moment.
If people still have any money in their pockets when they make it to their seat, this should be the biggest entrance of the weekend.
And if you do, while you're eating, you might want to check your pockets after you're done, because somebody behind you.
Because if we got both your hands up, you can't block us from getting in your pocket.
Yeah.
Boom, bang.
All right. Speaking of Fatus, how about this one? Unsanctioned match. Drew McIntyre or the total Lex Druger taking on Jacob Fatu, the Samoan Werewolf. Suave, who ain't gonna win?
Drew ain't gonna win.
Done. Easy peasy.
Right. Even if he win, he ain't gonna win.
Jacob
is going out of his way to tell people, look, you not finna duff me in this situation, and I'm trying to establish my feet. And he keeps bringing up the fact is politicking going on, which leads me to believe some people is begging to go over.
Yep.
And this ain't for you. This ain't for you, Steve. This is for somebody else, baby. There is no reason we're beating Jacob here. We shouldn't. For what? What do we gain?
Jacob is main event in Mania next year, whether he wants to or not.
Look, another graduate of Jey Uso's Crash Out Academy. Try him if you want to.
F around Fatu?
Yes, Fatu around and try us.
Yeah. In the Leonardo DiCaprio Edge of Your Chair Invitational.
Nah.
This is the match that Suave is going to be on the edge of his seat for, waiting for the outcome that he wants. Seth Rollins taking on Walter in our house. Suave, who ain't going to win, and please state why.
Man, if Seth Rollins ain't counting the fucking lights at the end of this, I am absolutely done with the whole damn card. I don't give a damn what else happens on Saturday. If Seth Rollins is not incapacitated at the end of this, I don't know what we're doing.
If Suave at the end of this match texts me hashtag pencil pushers, he's taking it to the house.
There is no way possible that you can justify to me that Seth Rollins is beating Walter in any situation, especially when we have invested all of this capital, all of this wrestling real estate, all of these resources into Walter / Gunther being the career killer. We're reportedly, allegedly, we all are under the idea of believing that if Brock Lesnar is calling it quits this year, the guy who's going to do the honors is the same individual lined up against Seth Rollins here. I am not in a position to watch Seth Rollins be propped up for the sake of who the hell knows what.
Never have I wanted to just. Oh, the words are interchangeable regardless of the person, because I swear that is my exact take. That's why I call it the Leonardo DiCaprio Invitational. We're going to be on the edge of our seat, pointing at the TV, doing all the things that we shouldn't do in the movie theater, cheering for Walter.
I'm rooting for the villain in this movie, and I want it to be violent. And I'm cool with you having a great match, but we're not doing this again. Like every time you have taken away from the greater good of the product to prop up specific stars, it has bit you in the ass. Either that talent comes up hurt, or it just doesn't translate, or you lose significant amount of momentum trying to veer off course, trying to avoid the inevitable.
Correct.
Don't do that here. Don't do that here.
All right. So, yeah, Seth Rollins, you ain't going to win. For the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, we have a fatal four-way tag team match that features Lyra Valkyria and Bayley, the Bella Twins, Chick Flair and Alexa Bliss versus your champions, Last Legend and Nia Jax. Suave, who ain't going to win?
Anybody not named the Irresistible Force.
Thank you. Come again. That is the end of the discussion. Saturday is actually women's heavy, as we also have the women's IC title match taking with the Methy Stench, aka Becky Lynch, taking on the champion AJ Lee, the Crash Out Queen. Suave, who ain't gonna win?
AJ Lee ain't gonna win.
You know what? I got a plot twist for you.
Okay, I'm listening.
I want to say AJ is going to win, so I'm going to say Becky ain't gonna win. And I think they're going to try to. I feel like they're going to try to pull some revisionist history.
Okay, being
on Monday on Raw, we're going to see a return and a match for the IC title, and a loss from AJ Lee. To Paige.
Oh, you say they're going for the rehash?
Mm-hmm. It's not out of the wheelhouse of WWE to do something like this. We haven't seen Paige in maybe over a year.
It's cool for a one-off. Like it would be a aha moment, but
the thing is, I don't think AJ Lee is going to be around long enough to sustain a schedule, if that makes any sense.
So that is my reason for saying she ain't gonna win, because like what's next? Who's the next opponent for her, or what's the next situation? Which you've just given the answer of what you can do, so that you send the crowd home happy. I'm saying, is it not equally as poetic to have Becky beat AJ Lee and then the exact same thing happen to her the next night?
I'm not mad at it either way. I'm just sick of Becky winning one night and losing the next.
I mean, she started that trend. Like, this is the comp of Bianca Belair, fam. Hell you mean? Pay the shooter.
Gang. Lady.
I'm not finna sit here and feel bad for nobody for the sins of the mother.
Okay. I'm here for it either way. It sounds good to me either way. But I think AJ. I think Becky ain't gonna win. But that's me.
Riddle me this: who's ready for an NXT call up that could actually really carry this out if it was Becky Lynch?
NXT?
Yeah, like
you
somebody
wrong person. Other than Monroe.
No. I got your answer.
Oh, wait, I know.
Okay, who you got?
Miss Parker.
Oh my God. Yes, Lord. That could absolutely work for a myriad of reasons. Shout out to Jey Uso for playing it from the hip the way he's playing it. But that would just be Do you know what type of shockwaves that would send through the internet and how angry they would be?
Do you know how much it fits the black and gold style of NXT to get someone who's like completely over, not give them a title and rocket them to the main roster and then do wonderful things with them? If there's an old school NXT type of talent that could get that push, it's Jada.
So,
and I wasn't sold on her when she first came in either. Let me say that.
And so I don't watch enough NXT to have said I've seen a lot of Jada's work. But from the standpoint of someone who's very buzzworthy at the moment, that would absolutely be something to do. My pick for that essentially recreating the AJ Lee Page angle with Becky and another person, my choice was Sol Ruka.
I'm still not sold on her though. Like she has the Soul Snatchers are really nice. It's a cool looking move.
You might as well get the most out of that before it goes wrong.
Yeah, it's because we've already seen a semblance, a smattering of what can happen. It's not a matter of if more so than it is a matter of when.
And because we've seen from watching Unreal and seeing some of the comments made by people in WWE creative and high responsibility roles, you need to check one of two boxes in order to get that rocket strapped. Jada checks one, and let's keep it G. Sol Ruka checks the other.
Yeah. So
we'll see. But if you were gonna, this is how we would do it.
All right. Let's see here. Women's World Championship. Let's go with this one here.
Oh wow, it is a lot of. You are right.
Yeah, it's stacked on Saturday. Champion Stephanie Velveteen, Velveeta, Veterinarian,
Vera Cruz,
Mrs. Miles Bourne.
Stephanie
I didn't know he was from Wilmington, North Carolina. That's cool. Taking on the Crash Out Queen, Liv Morgan.
The Crash Out Queen,
bruh.
That's hilarious. I ain't gonna lie to you. That really feels like something like you could incorporate to her for real and make some money with it. But I'm tired of having the culture appropriated when you need a couple dollars.
Aren't you tired of having your good marketing ideas poached directly from this podcast?
I mean, but how else am I gonna keep proving that we are the epicenter of all things culturally relevant if I don't keep proving it?
Get a check for it. That's how you prove it.
They won't return my call.
Sheesh.
Shout out to my guys in Stanford.
Oh man.
That's
so
cool.
I see no reason for Liv to have to win this. I think Liv ain't gonna win.
I would like to believe that. I would like to believe that anybody not named Stephanie Vietnam is gonna win. But there is
Stephanie Vaccination is the future of the women's division.
That is true. And she's shown she hasn't done anything wrong whatsoever.
well, define wrong, because there's an incident that happened on Monday Night Raw about 2 weeks ago.
Listen, man, you done call my mama basura. That's what you're supposed to get. You supposed to come in here lumped up. So I ain't getting nothing wrong. I stand on what I stand on.
That's hard business.
What I said. But as far as being champion, she's done nothing wrong. It doesn't feel like, and here's the crazy thing. I don't hear anybody talk about her lack of title defenses over the course of her reign. It's just not WWE.
And it's comparable to Jade's, which is wild. We'll go ahead.
And from Roman's promo, backseat promo in the SUV, it's like it's par for the course.
This is new wrestling. This is it. This is where we're at now.
It's WWE algorithm. They don't feel as though the champions have to defend weekly. It's more of a PLE thing. So we broke those stats down when Seth won his championship and we were counting title reigns versus Romans. It's like everybody wants to be able to use that as the reason they don't acknowledge the tribal chief. And it's like, for so many reasons, it's not a valid conversation.
Not only do I agree with you, I raise you this. You're basically having a pissing contest is what you're doing. You're having a dick measuring contest when it comes to title reigns.
Take it easy.
And you can't do it in an era where Seth was giving out title matches. Wink, wink. It's all relative. But Roman's title defenses or title matches were against level A1 talent only.
And you made him you turned him into an attraction, which is what they always seek to do with their top talent. Brock Lesnar, attraction. Good try, Terry, attraction.
To give Kevin Owens a last man standing match in an empty arena during a pandemic era. There's nothing more nothing more that says attraction than that when you as a challenger should win and you don't because the tribal chief is your champion.
You're booking a dominant heel champion. If you don't pace yourself, at some point you will have exhausted all of the resources on the roster, and then you have no one to put over in the end.
Which is why he ran through that level A1 top tier talent twice.
But he was able to do it at a pace that they stretched it way out. Babyface champions, air quotes, take on all comers. Heel champions, they're calculated. They
don't duck. They decide when they're going to have a match. That's it.
Part. It's like you have a whole generation of wrestling fans acting like they've never seen the Four Horsemen. Like you've never seen Ric Flair as World Heavyweight Champion. This is what his legacy was built on.
And let's be clear, Flair as a champion was a face. Flair with the Horsemen as a champion was a heel. There were two different Flairs at the same time. Go back and watch.
but we do know it's revisionist history, and it's not okay when one. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when
we do it. Yep.
Fuck them. So,
and then for the final match of the evening, we still haven't decided who ain't gonna win. I say
I said so. What I said about Liv Morgan is like she's gotten to a point where one, she checks that box that has to be checked on either side, and she has really gotten into the character, like the way she cuts promos, the way she operates. She's on a high level right now, so I can very much see them saying, you know what, we're going to go with her just because it gives another dynamic, and we're pro Liv Morgan in that room.
Her with Judgment Day gives her a bit of a Roman Reigns aura as a woman.
See? We're trying to create an attraction. That's the goal.
And if they keep on the way that they have been lately with her, and she keeps on the way that she's been performing lately, we're in and out of the ring. I guarantee you, she will be the attraction that we're talking about.
And hey, the money's in the chase, right?
Yep, always in the chase, never in the run.
And if we keep it G, the caution tape is finna get broke here in
very soon, probably about 3-4 months.
Destination SummerSlam.
Ooh.
You feel me?
For the main event on Saturday night, the WWE Undisputed Championship champion Cody Rhodes taking on Randall Keith Orton. Suave, I mean, this is easy. This is as easy as it's going to get.
Raheem ain't gonna win.
15 loading.
You put that goofy ass stipulation on there that if Randy loses, you'll never see Pat McAfee again. Because of who represents Pat McAfee, you absolutely know that's not going to happen.
Like that.
If you needed any other indicator,
we've heard some dumbass shit in terms of stipulations. That's by far the dumbest, considering where we at. If this were on Fox, this would be a different conversation.
Coach.
All right. Let's take it to Sunday, man. Kicking off Sunday's festivities.
This should have been the main event.
The main event.
Yeah. Hell with it. This should have been Saturday night's main event.
Hey yo, that missed opportunity because no one is hiding right in front of their face, and no one has said that yet. Saturday night event.
See, that's all I'm saying. This should have been the main event of Saturday night. This is where the corporate jargon bothers the hell out of me, because this probably has the most buzz attached to it of any match not involving Roman Reigns and CM Punk.
Boy,
giving Oba a WrestleMania
buzz.
Yeah, he's getting mainstream buzz by dealing with Lesnar, giving him a WrestleMania main event on his debut that essentially Brock Lesnar ain't gonna win. A W, that's a different level.
Different level, man.
I understand the why of why it's on the free hour and it's gonna be the first match. I completely get it. I just don't like it. I don't support it. But you're trying to bring in that the people that are aware of who Brock Lesnar is, you're trying to pull that audience in. For your audience that is already turned up about this match, you shouldn't be giving it to them for free. If get money is the objective. What's the number one rule that comes from the movie The Great White Hype?
Help me.
Don't give away what we can sell.
Bruh, okay. I'm gonna tell you, and I don't know if you've even seen this. The craziest instance of not giving away what we can sell was, and I feel like they were doing this tongue in cheek. I was watching the AEW pay-per-view, and Konosuke Takeshita and Okada were in a tag match. Takeshita was in the ring already. The match had already started, and it was still on free TV. Okada comes out, and it goes straight to the pay-per-view feed. So you don't even get to see Okada in the ring. The arguably the number one talent in Japan that's active worldwide right now on AEW television comes out in the middle of a pay-per-view match late on a tag team as part of a comedy fodder, but you don't get to see him get into the ring or compete because he don't fight for free. Don't give away what we can sell.
That's all I'm saying. Like, I understand.
And Brock ain't gonna win. I double down on you. Yes.
Yeah, Brock ain't gonna win. Only because Brock you can tell Brock is here to do business, which means the check cleared, which means we building right now. Now we're building towards something, and we're building Oba at the same time.
Now, to hook the casual fan, you're gonna walk this match out to the ring before the free feed cuts off of ESPN. For the Intercontinental Championship in the ladder match, JD McDonough taking on Dragon Lee, taking on your Intercontinental Champion Penta, taking on Javon Evans, taking on Rusev, taking on the legend Rey Mysterio Jr. Suave,
Yo,
anybody not named Blink ain't gonna win.
I'm torn. I'm torn here.
I don't like my pick, but it's going to be my pick.
You don't like your pick?
I don't like my pick, but it's going to be my pick.
I'm gonna go for the WrestleMania moment here. Javon Evans.
Damn, that's my pick.
I'm sitting here hoping that he doesn't get the Shelton Benjamin treatment as far as a ladder match at WrestleMania is concerned.
Where you get the moments, but you don't get the belt.
Yeah, you become the Shelton Benjamin or the Kofi Kingston.
Kofi Kingston, yep.
Yeah, which, I mean, tongue in cheek, we already know what that means. But
no, tongue in cheek, my ass. This was solidified.
Yeah, pretty much. If you do it,
that's three for three, bro.
Yeah, if you essentially do it with a third generation of melanated talent, then you basically you've tipped your hand. Penta was gonna be my other pick to retain, just because I don't know what type of investment you plan to make in anybody else, unless you're gonna do something with Ray and work towards Ray versus Dom, and Ray is ready to hang it up this year.
Yeah, Ray is definitely hanging up this year. I also have a feeling that we're going to see Lucha Bros, and I think they're trying to get that business back ready to be handled.
But you don't care about tag teams like that.
Who said it was going to happen in WWE? Triple A.
Are we not wasting our resources if we don't do both? We know that's big business in Mexico. For obvious reasons.
There is a mask versus mask match that is earmarked for WrestleMania that they're going to give away in Mexico,
because that's where it belongs.
But you cannot tell me that would not be.
This joke has gone on for too long.
And May makes it even longer.
But
I agree with out the sky.
I agree with you, but look at this card. What match you pulling to put that on there?
No. So we had 7 matches on Saturday, 6 matches on Sunday. There's room.
Okay, so that's where I would have said Oba and Lesnar, main event of night 1. Night 2, start with the ladder match. Follow it with the mask versus mask. There's your hour. There's your first hour that's going on ESPN for free that allows you to bring in the fan to purchase the rest of the pay-per-view or the PLE. The excitement and the spots of the ladder match, and then the climax of a mask versus mask, and then you get to tout the whole El Grande Americano situation. Because not because New Day rocks.
Oh, damn.
No. Not because New Day rocks, but because the finish of this story as it has existed needs to be told publicly so that we can move on. And there's a certain segment of the crowd that will be tuned in that'll be entertained by the idea of putting 2 individuals who occupy the cultural backgrounds that they do having on these luchador masks.
Even though neither one of them occupy the cultural backgrounds.
For people who typically wear luchador masks. There is an audience for that, and they're probably watching the free version.
This is very, very true.
So
all right,
pull them in for the rest of it, and it would have given you an opportunity to give Randy versus Cody more time as far as wrestling match is concerned. As a wrestling match, I want them to have 30 minutes. As a main event, you just setting yourself up for a repeat of last year. Because you don't try to do too much.
Speaking of rehashing, let's bring this back. The Demon back in this bit, taking on Dirty Dom Mysterio. Suave ain't gonna win.
Dom ain't gonna win.
Sorry, Dom. Demon bite. You don't lose. You don't win against the Demon.
Is there any truth to the rumor that they're selling ad spaces on the Demon paint?
Bruh. You bullshit.
No, I saw a photo that was a joke, but then I I read a separate post that was like Finn Balor was open to selling ad space. And I feel like that's tongue in cheek, but also this is TKO. Everything's for sale.
Oh, that's hilarious, bro.
Everything is for
literally
sale.
everything's for sale.
But the photo I saw was like, he had a Slim Jim patch on one side. He had a bottle of Prime on the other side. And I'm trying to remember what else, but like, yeah, they had him hit up like a NASCAR.
That would be funny. Who else has enough body paint? Like, rest in peace, the El Gigante, Giant Gonzalez. But he would be the perfect person to be tattooed up like a NASCAR strip.
Look, Dom ain't got no more room on his arms or
yeah, he's overdosing because the neck would have been prime real estate, and that's gone. Randy still having to start doing like I don't know, abs or something or pecs or something because and plus he's on the way out. But because his arms would have been perfect. Nah, they ain't no room in them arms no more. You can't even put no more skulls in them arms, like or tombstones in the arms or whatever you got going on there. That's over with.
You got to start selling ad space on the tights at this point if you're gonna do that.
Man, ad space on the demon paint is crazy.
That is wild work. That is hilarious.
That's literally wet work.
Again, the demon, that entrance, I would have put that on hour one, the free hour.
Do you think that it's going to have the same luster as it had 3-4 years ago since the last time we've seen it?
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Absence makes the money go yonder. What?
Look, when the last time they've been looking at Finn Balor as a money player? He still can't get his lick back from 2016.
Well, he did, and it was so far under the radar that nobody gave a shit.
Nah, until he beats Seth Rollins for a world championship, no. Ain't no lick back, bitch.
That part.
It's never over. Until he beats Seth for a world heavyweight championship, it'll never be over.
All right. For the United States Championship, Cinnamon Zayn taking on Trick Willie.
Gingerbread Man.
The fact that Yachty got Gingerbread Man t-shirts is crazy.
Yo, the fact that they dropped a diss track. Look, I'm pro Trick Williams at this point, but anytime that man starts rapping, I cringe.
Yeah, I'm completely out on any of the non-televised activities of Trick Williams as it relates to trying to promote himself as a talent. It's not necessary.
No, I get it. I get putting the effort in. I get it that with him being a heel, there's an entertainment factor to him not being good at rap. But there are a lot of people who think this is, he's doing it well. And I cringe.
Yeah, the ESPN joint last year when he I guess it was after the Rumble. Or earlier this year, I guess it was after Rumble when he had that piece where he basically went nuts. He went viral after he came to SmackDown, and he was all in the all white and showed his personality because he was supposed to come in as a heel, and he was playing up as a face, and it translated. So he's supposed to be still a heel now, and they essentially had a double turn. They turned Sammy on SmackDown and turned Trick face on SmackDown for the sake of the fact that no one wants Sammy around anymore.
So
you're over the lovable loser.
Facts. But everything we've read leading up to this says they're going to solidify the double turn here at WrestleMania. Just, I don't want Trick rapping. Just stop that.
Yes.
If we can stop that, I would really, really appreciate
the rapping before we get the clapping and have your body parts mix and matching, fella.
That's crazy, but yeah, I just I can do without Trick rapping. Yeah, I'm good on that. Everything else
gonna win though,
huh?
Who ain't gonna win?
Sammy ain't gonna win. You got to complete this double turn.
There you go. All right.
And shout out to Melo for being a good soldier, because boy,
Melo's had it rough. And on the SmackDown side of things, And something tells me, because of what he's done over the last since December when he won the title, something tells me that he's going to be rewarded in kind in the next couple of years, to the point that we're going to forget the beginning of this run on SmackDown for him.
One would hope.
I'm okay with that, because he does deserve it. Two more to round out the Sunday night card. And please put these at the top of the night. For the women's championship, Jade Cargill, your champion, taking on Rhea Ripley Suave, who ain't gonna win.
So I'm gonna go against WWE logic here. Rhea Ripley ain't gonna win.
I'm with you. I don't think Rhea Ripley's gonna win for a couple of different reasons. Rhea doesn't need to win to solidify her legacy. Jade does.
It's not a legacy win. I agree. For the level of resources you've invested in Jade Cargill, it really is in everybody's best interest for her to win. If you're just looking at the SmackDown product and trying to freshen it up, as well as freshen up Rhea Ripley's presentation on a different brand, I could see her winning. But I could see Netflix making that same call, like, hey, she stays.
Mm-hmm.
And so I see how this could go either way. Also, there's a Io Sky match that has to happen at some point. How you get Vengeance, there, I don't know.
Backlash.
Right. So if you're gonna do that, you need to do something to set that up between now and
I hate for it to happen during this match, but there's the perfect time to do it.
That's all I'm saying. So don't be surprised if it's and still. Oh, which begs the question, with as many women's matches that are on Saturday, do you think in this 2-night WrestleMania format, we ever get to a place where night 1 is all women and night 2 is all men?
No.
Or vice versa?
No, I think if you really want to see, and this is not a knock against women, because you know how we felt about the last Revolution or Evolution pay-per-view or PLE.
Mm-hmm.
There are things that WWE refused to talk about, which caused the ticket sales to spike downward.
Yeah,
not just the prices
and bad creative.
No, other than that, you had the #1 touring artist in the world at the time having the second of 3 shows right down the block from you.
Oh, that's why Evolution had. Yeah, you didn't cross promote. Somebody didn't do their due diligence, and we've discussed.
And if they did their due diligence, you poo-pooed the fact of who you were going up against. Shame on you for that. Now, that said, I don't think what I don't want to happen is if you have a 2-night pay-per-view, that night 1 where you stack it with women, and you have, like, let's use this card for example. Oba and Brock, Roman and Punk, Cody and Randy at the top of one night versus
greatest WrestleMania night ever,
versus Jade and Rhea, a 4-team fatal 4-way match, AJ versus Becky 3 or 4, who knows at this point, and those and Liv versus Vixen.
Okay, so how many women's matches is that total?
No, I just gave you three versus 3 is all I did. I gave you the top 3 on the men's side on one night, the top 3 on the women's side for another night.
Bet. Add ladders to the fatal 4-way.
Add ladders to the fatal 4-way. Fine.
And I'm good.
In fact, put it in a cell.
Hell no. That's too far.
All
This
right,
ain't
cool.
blood.
It's not. Oh,
No, we
all right.
don't do that.
All right. So ladders. I mean, ladders and no sell. Cool. You got to make a choice because these ticket prices are too damn high, and you've already mortgaged your house to get the tickets. Which night are you going to, knowing that's what you're up against?
Look, at this point, even with the way the card is structured now, if you have to make a choice between nights, any and everybody is going to choose Sunday because of the stigma, because of everything that we started discussing at the beginning of this, because of everything that Cameron tried to lead with that led to the air quotes altercation.
You were Saturday. Where my Sunday at?
You see what I'm saying? Like, if people are gonna have that stigma and see Sunday as being the main event or Sunday being the main attraction, it doesn't matter whether you book all women or all men. Sunday is Sunday.
Sunday. Grave digger.
Exactly. So again, all I'm saying is I think you could possibly see that done at least once. And I think you have the stars to do it right now, especially when Naomi and Bianca get back and you start sprinkling in a couple of surprises, a couple of legends. I think you could turn up book enough women's talent in meaningful matches that they could carry a night.
Okay.
Now, one of your male champions is going to feel salty about it, but who cares?
I'm not mad at the idea, Swab. What I don't want to happen is
a ghost night one.
Ghost or minimize the importance of night one because of the massive amount of talent that's on night two.
I'm with you. But massive amounts of talent is what we would get if we ever went back to night one anyway. It would be so super loaded that some people just wouldn't make it on WrestleMania, period.
Yeah.
a 10 match card, or even in this format, what's a 13 match card? Mm-hmm. You'd have probably shaved the bottom 3 off and had 10, and that's probably, that's a top 5 WrestleMania at that point.
Because we don't even have a men's tag team match on here. And their champions are Damian Priest and Ron Killings.
Which is a travesty.
Bruh. Unless something happens tonight on SmackDown that says, we're going to book a tag team match. But chances are they're going to have a tag team match. But we get the Andre tonight, though, right? On SmackDown?
That seems about right. So you'll probably get the Andre, some form of a tag match, and some go-home segments.
Who's going to win the Andre?
You know what? It's a good question.
Oh God, Danhausen.
That would be hilarious. Not going front with you.
Either Danhausen or Hacksaw Hobbs. Royce Keys for the uninitiated.
Right. So yes, if we're playing the Andre seriously, Royce Keys.
Royce Keys, yeah.
If we're playing the
long game, if we're playing the long
game of sketch comedy, Danhausen winning the Andre the Giant Memorial is hilarious.
Yeah,
I'll go for that. And he has to eliminate the last person with a "You are cursed." Like, "You are cursed," and he just falls out of the ring.
I would love to see Royce Keys cursed, jump over the top rope, lose, and then uncursed immediately right afterwards.
Nah, first of all, I don't ever want to see one of us get cursed, because
there's a different connotation there. Okay,
yeah, it's a little different,
Hey, Suave, just look. Hey.
Well, cashmere coat. Yeah, nah, fam. Yeah, do it to Kit Wilson, or curse him again, or do it to
Miz again. Why not?
Any one of them. Like, all of them can be cursed. Matter of fact, Danhausen should be in the Andre, but then sit on commentary for the majority of it. then get back in the ring, curse a couple people, and win. This is what I need.
If we could curse us, I would say curse R-Truth and have him duck all the things that were cursed that he was being cursed with.
Hey, R-Truth weaving a curse. Now I'll take that. I will take that. R-Truth weaving a curse. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like he weaved the curse, it hit somebody else, and they get eliminated. So R-Truth spends the match running from Danhausen.
Oh boy.
Do you see why return the call, pay the shooter? I didn't prepare this ahead of time. This is all happening off the cuff for a nominal fee.
It's already
A phenomenal fee. Slice off some of this broken pencil knowledge and put it on your plate. That's wild. Yeah. I'm pro Danhausen winning the Andre now. Like, I'm with it. I'm on this. Come on.
all right.
Make it happen.
All right. Finally, the one we've all been waiting for. The one that's going to take us home is going to end our wrestling year the correct way and get us ready for Raw After Mania. The World Heavyweight Championship. Your champion, CM Punk, taking on your tribal chief, the head of the table, OTC1, and the purveyor of their daily acknowledgement, Roman Reigns. Suave, who ain't going to win?
Anybody not named Roman Reigns.
Thank you for coming out. Watch for the fireworks. Please make sure that you're not wearing flammable material because there's going to be a lot of sparks after that. And you will see the unification of your table, aka the bloodline.
This eventual heel run of CM Punk is going to be epic. I really do. I really feel like that. This is the launch pad to get you there. Plus, we didn't bring Roman back to take a L. We didn't bring back Roman to doing regular, almost semi-regular television to take a L. Netflix put that call in. So what we doing? We getting money or nah? In the words of Tommy Buns, pause. Learn how to put it in the bag first, then get money. We finna put it in the bag right here on Sunday night. We finna bag it up. Then we finna go get money. Testers out.
Let me just read you a few things here, Suave. This is nothing that you don't already know, but I'm going to read it any damn way.
Because reading is fundamental. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Enter Seth Rollins. Triple H versus Roman Reigns.
I was there for that.
The Undertaker versus Roman Reigns.
Taker wasn't there for that.
Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns.
Old Man Rivers booking was not there for that.
Pandemic.
Yeah. We gonna sit this one out, cuz.
Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan versus Edge.
Oh, you skipped one. Cancer.
Yeah, yes, you're right.
Yeah, cancer, then pandemic.
Then pandemic.
We said no. Oh, cancer didn't keep you from coming to work. It just kept you from earning another star. It basically you'd have been Tom
Bar. That's a bar. That's a bar. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. You feel like you've heard that before. You feel like that because you have twice prior to now. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Roman Reigns and The Rock versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins.
Manufactured.
Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns versus versus CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
I just named off all of the main events for the respective nights that Roman Reigns has been in going back to WrestleMania 31.
The franchise.
The real face that runs the place.
On the cool. Let's keep it G. Come on, talk your talk.
The money that gets rained upon snow bunnies.
The unsigned $1 billion check.
The unsigned $1 billion check that I told you.
I told you so. Yes, the human I told you so.
Mr. Look at you now.
The worldwide leader.
Take him to the house. God damn it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, pencil pushers. Like, rate, share, subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell that friend to tell a friend. And then tell that friend again.
Show at BrokenPencilBC.com, BrokenPencilBC@gmail.com. It's at BrokenPencilBC on all things social. At BrokenPencilBC on what?
Everything
and
everything. Heads up. Pencils down.
The worldwide leader is crazy work. That is wet work, Suave. Congratulations, sir. You did that. You showed up today.
Not the wet work. Put it on the paper towel and let it dry.
Whole lot of fucking gang shit.